Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we, my fine people? Y'all, and I'm getting straight into the topic. When you notice that a lot of people are leaving your life, this isn't a time to be like, oh my gosh, like people are leaving. This is so sad. It's a time to step into your and who else gotta go to. Any of y'all be fighting with people and they come home and instantly cleaning because all that dirt and grime gotta go to? That's how God be looking at your life with people. And so when he sees what's going on with their mentals and he sees that it's interrupting the plan, and we about to get into the plan. When he sees that these people are interrupting the plan, oh, they gotta go expeditiously. Them and their fucking dog. Y'all, it's gonna be so hard in this journey. You're gonna have to say goodbye to so many animals. Divine ones. You're gonna have to say goodbye to so many animals, so many little children, so many adults. And it's not like that. It's like if you dated a guy and he was toxic, but he had a kid, right? You have to say goodbye to him and that little one. You gotta go too. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not a time to get really sad about this shit. You got a plan. And then some of y'all don't be believing in this plan, right? And you be doom scrolling. And it's funny because when I was talking to God about this, he said it's actually called fool scrolling. You fool scrolling because you doubting God's plan in your life. That's why, and he told me, this is why it's gonna seem so fun to full scroll, then invest in your plan, even as little as Googling the idea, even as little as watching a YouTube video on the idea, even as little as meditating with God on the idea, even as little as working out and eating well because you believe in this plan so much your brain must be healthy, gotta be healthy. That's why it might seem a little more fun to fool around. You're not believing in the plan that actually is becoming. But some of y'all gonna miss your mark. And that's why even us as chosen ones, we must do a loser check. We gotta do loser checks. Are you out here moving to the fullest of your divine ability? Are you out here tapping into God's energy only? Because what is God's energy? It's an unlimited resource. So that means you're not waking up like, I'm tired. I mean, that could be the reality, but you know that you're already tapped. That's why, like, I can make these videos right away as soon as I wake up, because as soon as I wake up, I'm tapped into that unlimited resource. I could do a full anything, whatever you want me to. At whatever clock a.m. I wake up because I'm tapped in. This is a time that if they had to go, they had to go. Them and their freaking dog too. And this also is a time, who else gotta go? Who else wanna go? You gotta go with them? You agree with them? You gotta go too. This ain't one of those like, oh my gosh, this is the only one person I have. Bitch, if she fake, she gotta go too. You gotta clear camp. Why? Because the plan. I just had a Lizzie McGuire moment in my brain, like, okay, so what is the plan? I don't know. You guys know your plan with God. Like, I know my plan, right? And I know an overall plan if I tap in, right? So I got my stuff going on. You guys got your stuff going on, right? You have your plan. And what is the plan? It is something that is slowly but surely unraveling gratefully in your life. But if you don't do those loser checks, and whoever gotta go, their dog, their kids, everyone, I don't give a fuck, granny gotta go, you're gonna miss your mark. Say your plan is a business. He is so great. Oh, goodness. Anyways, so say your plan is a business and you go out here and you're out here thriving in this business. And then with God, he doesn't want distractions when you're up and thriving. He doesn't want you to be now thrown off by a loser because you didn't heed to the warnings pre-business, right? God is so great that he's going to keep some of y'all broke just so you can work on those emotional issues that you have in regards to family, people, how you see yourself in the world. He is so great and glorious. You might stay broke until you work through that emotional baggage. Why? Because God, he loves process and order. And process and order in your divine life is where, when you're up and thriving in a business, these emotional problems that God made you deal with don't pop up. Like y'all, there are some people where if they fight with their family, they're coming home. No, they don't feel like working out. No, they don't feel like doing that. No, they don't feel like They don't feel like opening their Bible. They don't feel like doing the things that need to be done to improve self. They want to then, instead of looking up stuff for their business, still meditating on what could be so great in their life. Say you a tarot watcher. Now you got to watch tarot readings about what your family did. Now you got to look up motivational speakers to get that energy that was taken from you, right? And could you imagine like being unsure of anything when you got to run a business? When you got to show self strong in the 3D world? Could you imagine having to come back to the shit you should have been dealt with, and God was allowing that? Is allowing that before you take off? Can't you see that? Can't you see the process and order? And he loves process and order. The devil don't. The devil freaking he's so chaotic in his nature that if people don't follow God and do the process and order, like some people are so great and I applaud y'all. But then even in that, y'all gonna have to continue to go out here and step on freaking necks. There's still process and order that needs to be done every single day. And these people are so freaking great, y'all. Like, it is nothing. It is nothing to be amazeballs. It is nothing to go out here and do what they gotta do and make it look so simple and easy to someone who thinks that is hard. You guys think you're competing with Sheila at the gas station, with Brandy at McDonald's, with Heather in corporate, and you got elitists dusting you. And you want to know why I made this video? Is because y'all, like, the process and order, what it does, and if you don't do it, is it stops you on your tracks. It stops you in your tracks. It's a distraction, right? So the reason why the rabbit didn't win the race is cause what? Cause what, y'all? He got distracted. Fast as hell, mighty as hell, got distracted. And y'all gonna let little turtle, who slowly but surely focused and headed towards that line. And because you think you're so great, and this is the problem with ego-based people, is they think they're so great they don't gotta work out. And that's actually the problem with why a lot of people don't be brushing their teeth. You think you're above it. And cavities got your teeth in chokeholds. But you still think you're above it. Done spend so much money, still think you're above it. They will think they're above working out. Fat and chubby and slob as they are, they will think they're above working out. They will be the rabbit who, if they did start working out, they're stopping. They as soon as they see any type of result in this bitch, they're like that rabbit. Let's go get a snack. I am fast. I am dusting these hoes. Let's go get a snack. And by the time you're done, you looked around and race complete. Race is finished, bitch. So some of y'all, it's not even a snack that you would take a break for. It's a man. It's a woman. Right? It's like, oh my gosh. And if it's to work on your divine plan, it's to be stupid and I'm just taking a segue, to go rob people, to not believe you're gonna get money, to go use to be dumb. There are dumb breaks rabbits be doing. Not just in the form of fucking like rabbit. It's quick money, quick. It's pretty much all the things you're going to be distracted by on your race. And some of y'all, like, you know, you're like, had that rabbit been in another race with another rabbit, do you think they'd be taking any breaks? No, you don't think they would be, right? So some of y'all, and taking it back to the ego base, the reason why you're taking a break is because you're underestimating your competition. You're underestimating how toxic and icky even you can be to distract yourself. So how great and glorious is God that he works on your distractions first, so that when you go into this world, it's been dealt with. It's time to win. And then, if y'all been listening to my videos, that winning streak with God is so great and glorious. This is what it feels like when you start listening to God. This instrumental right here, Stand Up, Make It Crumb. It starts feeling like this instrumental right here. Or before you even know what's going on, it's going to feel like you have to deny everybody, right? Stick with me. It's going to feel like you're going to have to turn people away. It might even feel like you have to deny good opportunities in your email that come to you. Good, like girls inviting you out. It might seem great, right? But when you start denying them and you start ignoring distraction, so then you're denying all these losers who try to attempt to evade your plan, your great plan with God. You know what your plan is. So they try to evade it, but you're dodging them anyways. And then you out here showing up in the world looking good. Looking good, dodging problems anyways. You then realize this is what winning feels like. It starts to feel good. And then once you can deny any loser, you can deny any distraction, you're ready then to move up in God's process and order. But if you listen into my videos, we have been doing a process and order. We're talking about family, lovers, and death, and then we're gonna start moving on to the bigger and heftier shit, which is us. That's actually why the devil aims to distract us so much, because he knows figuring this out is complex. Working with who we are, complex. He knows it's easy to get us on two scales, get us on a losing day, like, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that. And then God has to remind us that we do deserve that. And then we move in strength, right? There's a process. It's time to go out here and win and stunt. Good morning, glorious morning. Happy January 8th to your ass. Yes, ma'am. Go out here, wear your best. And I was thinking about this while I was getting ready, because I feel like this outfit is so chill, but my jewelry sets it off. My jewelry makes my freaking pajamas look jamming, right? If you want to start feeling good right away, making simple outfits look interesting, find your pieces. It's time to indulge in who you are. Do you have to get comfortable dating that awesome person? Do you have to get comfortable looking yourself in the mirror and yeah, you really are going to be okay. God really is alive and well, and he seeks you. You will be fine. It's time to look fine in that bit, right? Like God wants his girlies to play dress up. He wants you to be in makeup and enjoying yourself, expressing yourself within reason, within modesty. I know. He's so into that for the girlies. But y'all must not hear Whitney Houston. You know what? And y'all really might not be hearing Whitney. The greatest love of all time. The greatest love. Anywho, she's talking about children, right? And she's saying, let the children remind us how we used to be. Y'all, we are still babies. Tripped out when mommies, like soft-hearted mommies, be hitting their babies over the littlest things because he knows that you come to him over the littlest of things. He knows you crying mentally, if not out loud, about the littlest of shit. And then you going and popping little babies, popping them because of the same shit you crying over, just in different versions, right? You are that baby. Like, I was sitting in my bed and I was cuddled up like this, and I was just drinking my bottle, and I was really thirsty, so I was drinking that bit, and I was like, this is giving baby. It gives baby. The way people be can't handle themselves in comment sections, it gives adult baby. The way people react and have like crazy outbursts in public, can't even contain themselves, it gives adult baby. Now, obviously, I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Baby Geniuses. All right. We got adult babies, and then we got baby fucking geniuses. All right. But you are that baby. And when you realize you are that baby, okay, because that's why, like, a lot of, like, feminine women, when they get real feminine, they'll be like, I am baby. Like, who is baby? I am baby. Like, I am the baby. They're very serious about I'm baby, right? Because they know goo goo gaga, like, give it to me. I am baby. I'm baby. Give me your love, your money, all that. I am baby. Cater to me. I'm baby. They're very clear, right? Like, as soon as they start getting feminine, it is like goo goo gaga in this bitch. Like, can you please get me this? Can you please get me? I'm just a little baby. When I am baby, right? So I don't have to beat a dead horse. Anyways. So that's why it is crazy when y'all be treating your kids like they gotta grow up when God is telling y'all to get childlike, right? So it's funny when people be having immature outbursts and then when their little fucking baby has one, it's completely inconceivable. It's inconceivable this baby is whining. It's inconceivable they crying. It's inconceivable they have emotion and feeling. And no, they don't want you just touching their hair any old kind of way. Please don't brush my hair, mama, like that. And then pop me? Y'all, like, and like, for real, like, when I have a kid, I'm gonna put into that baby so well that when I send that baby, and if I do, okay, to a daycare and to the schools, if y'all call me talking about so-and-so did this, I am going to be like, and what did you do? What did you do? Like y'all, my mom would have got way further in a lot of these teachers' stories if she asked, and what did you do? Like, I felt like I didn't feel targeted by teachers by any sense, but heavily misunderstood, like heavily. There was a disconnection. There was. And I'm not gonna say, because I went through the Canadian schooling system and I went through the American schooling system, and I'm telling y'all what, when I was in the Canadian schooling system, I was on honor roll. I was kicking with a lot of dumb fucking people who, when they saw, because in Canada, if you were on honor roll, your name was printed out and it was put on a paper and it was stamped to the wall. Everyone and their mama could see this paper. And so when my name was on that list, my dumbass friends was like, oh, you smarty pants, you smarty, like, they were trying to make fun of me. This is why you got to get away from dumb people. They will make fun of you for these accomplishments or completely ignore the paper, right? Anyways, but once I moved to America and I started, because like Canada, you only have to focus on 4 classes. Each class was like an hour to 2 hour, or hour and a half. It was like an hour and a half, right? So each class is an hour and a half. We had like 3 different breaks. One main break was like an hour or so long. Like, the schooling system was way easier on the mental. So yes, it was very easy for me to get on the honor roll because I only had 4 subjects to even worry about. Once I came to America and I realized y'all had 8, y'all had to fucking what? Y'all had to learn Spanish. Y'all had to learn Canada. If you had math class, you're learning geometry, algebra, all that in one class, and it's going to be broke down really well, and it's going to be in one class. In America, you could have you could have geometry, algebra, gym, Spanish, all these 8 different classes, and so it made my head, like, coming from 4 classes to 8, it made my head spin. So it's time to follow God's order and process. Realize that if people are dropping, this was probably exactly what needed to happen for your elevation. This is probably what needed to happen in time for your elevation. If you and so just can't seem to get it right, it's happening for your elevation. Yeah. And heavy on, if your dog gotta go. I don't care how close me and your mama got. I don't care how close me and your sister are. I don't care if me and your sister follow each other on Instagram. I don't care what's going on. If you who gotta go? Because I'm not going to be distracted. Once I get to this business, to this life, and what God got for me, no, it isn't, do you remember? Or I really didn't like 10 years ago when you said, because that's what these people will be on. Big facts. You don't think people are weird like that? They are. You'll be thriving in your business. You'll be thriving in a new area in your life. And the people who you been should have cut off, believe it or not, will come back, and now all of a sudden they're pissed about something that happened 10 years ago. They're pissed about something that happened pre-winning. And you're like, don't you see I'm winning? Don't you see this ain't the time for that? Don't you see we got a good thing fucking going? The devil don't care. The devil loves chaos. And bringing it back, because I was about to explain that. The devil don't care if you got a business and all of a sudden your family wants to do a thing because you didn't follow God's process and order. He don't care if now you got drama from your family and now you got a divorce and now all of a sudden you pregnant and now all of a sudden why you gotta still, and then your man probably is like doing a thing and now all of a sudden you gotta pick up more of the bill even as you're a pregnant woman. Like I'm just speaking, throwing out a scenario. It doesn't matter the chaos. If you don't follow that process and order, like, it can get extremely chaotic. So if you're wondering why you broke, like, what? Dang, why am I broke? Why do I got to turn down every guy that comes to me? And then my family got to go, right? That's that winning streak. He's preparing you for that next level. Some of you guys are on the next level. Ooh, and before I switched that song, Aaliyah was like, you may not be, like, willing to learn. She said you might not be in the position to learn. But some of y'all gonna have to. You gonna have to open your mind and open your ears and allow your brain to be smart in this bitch. You can't go out here being a fucking dummy. That's why I said, as spiritual people, you gotta do the loser test. If someone talks about God, are you instantly scrolling? If someone wants to put into your noggin, because they care, are you instantly swiping? Are you a loser? Like, it's time to win. You got turtles passing y'all up. Are you not getting it? You're not getting it. Are you not getting it? There are people out here passing y'all up, and if you choose to sit in your bed, choose to sit on your couches and just sit around and watch people live their life, you do wake up older, y'all. This is serious because people be like literally programmed, and then all of a sudden, like, actually, you know what's crazy is, like, have you ever met those loser ass old people? Those loser ass elderly people? These are the people whose brains never were programmed, or they never left the matrix. You don't know why this old bitch is looking at you weird. You don't know why because she woke up scrolling, stalking, being a fucking loser, chasing men, and she woke up and wow, she looked like that, ain't never had a chance to fully live her life. And so when she sees a fine like yourself, she must hate. The hate and her regret for not chasing her dreams and her life is so deep, it's on her face. Tell me they don't be looking like that. hoes don't be looking like that. And that's what's nuts, is because some of these people will be in your face in the form of friend, in the form of mom, in the form of sister, and they cannot help themselves from looking like that. Sorry, I keep trying to get myself back into that mode. I can't, because it's so envious, dark, and jealous. And then it's not even your mama. It's these people who spent their time chasing the stupidest shit instead of being courageous, instead of chasing that plan, instead of following the process. Like, I was listening to this spiritual leader, and she said she cut her mom off, and she's in her, like, I'm not sure, like 41, 40, 42. And I couldn't imagine, and I'm not talking about her, but I just couldn't imagine having to cut, like, wake up and then having to cut your mom off at a different age, at a riper age, right? Like, those memories are deeper when you're locked in with someone 40 plus years. But it gets easier if you recognize, because, like, when people call y'all queens and kings, sometimes it just sounds like an adjective to describe self, right? Like, kings and queens, welcome, right? Like, and you don't feel special. But this is where you feel special. You're a queen, act like it, embody it. Would a queen let anyone, because she knows peasants want to talk to her, she looks great. She knows peasants want to talk to her. She embodies glory. She knows people are trying to distract her and put plans into her noggin. Like, if y'all watch The Tudors, there's too much strategic foolery going on. But a queen knows that. A queen knows that she still got to eat this food so everything runs smoothly. A queen got to watch her food intake. A queen has to watch how she dresses and presents herself. Your Majesty. A queen doesn't play around. Y'all watch it, they were like off with the heads to the stocks, okay? To the motherfucking stocks with your lying bitch ass. They weren't playing. And if you read the Bible, God don't play either. So you are crowned under God. And it is crazy because when I did tarot, I had this card, and it was basically where the king was knocked off his throne and a joker took his seat and then had a mirror placed at the king. Like, ha ha ha, look at you. Look at you. So that's why a queen must sit in her position and not be knocked off by jokers, by peasants, by foolery, by anything. Because she knows they can't wait to sit on this nice, shiny chair, which is my fucking life, take it, and then shine a mirror back and be like, ha ha ha, what the fuck you thought? And I thought right. Oh my gosh, so it's time to get in fucking position, y'all. It's time to go out here and show these motherfuckers who they fucking with. I'm just kidding. Like, y'all ever have someone where every time they come around, you don't know why, but they always have to find something bad about you? They always have to find something wrong with what you did, and then if you actually did something wrong, you're never gonna hear the end of it. Like, they're trying to be the joker who takes your position and shows you the fucking mirror. See, you're not perfect. See, you have flaws. Do you see you're not a king in this bitch? So that's why you gotta get away from the person. If you can't seem to do anything right around this said person, it's because it's the joker trying to show you, I knocked you off your square. Look, you're not as perfect as you come across in my insecure fucking mind. And y'all gonna have to stop letting, because I know everyone's like, you are the turtle, y'all the turtle. No, some of y'all do be the rabbit who gotta stop letting these turtle ass bitches win. Slow ass bitches slowly but surely win. Slowly but surely eating at you. Slowly but surely getting at you every fucking conversation. And then you distracted because you needed a meal. You needed a snack. Maybe in the form of food. A man. You needed some type of something. Doom scrolling. Fool scrolling. You needed something. And this little whack ass fucking turtle Joker turtle is showing you, look. So I don't know what you gotta do. I don't know what you have to do. But you need to do the right thing so this journey feels easier, so that you and I can see each other at the top. And you didn't let that slow ass turtle pass you up. You switched the story, didn't you? Everyone knows the other shit, but you flipped it, didn't you? You about to win. I'm seeing you at the top. We winning in this bit. Full ass glory on our skin, hair, body. We wearing that dress that we put off. Hey, and I wanted to shout out to Cam1 La Marie. I wanted to ask you, is it a Spanish La Marie or is it Cam de Vul La Marie? Okay, that was corny. But is it La Marie or is it La Marie up in the bit? La Latina. Anyways, I wanted to shout out to you, home girl. Because, like, for real, your comments be getting me. I love them. I love when I see your name pop up and you the only one. You the only one who's commented so far. And so I have to give you, like, I have to show you love. La Marie, Cam La Marie. Or am I saying it wrong? Let me know, homegirl. Anyways, go out here and stunt. And go out here and fucking work. Follow God's process and order. Eliminate those distractions. Why? Because when you get to great, because like they'll say, like, God doesn't want these people with you because they can't come with you. And it's heavy on they can't come with you because they will distract you. They will hate. They will put charms in your plan. You don't got time to argue with a sensitive ass fucking person who has yet to get with God and get past this certain level of sense of fucking-tivity. That everything you do in this bitch is wrong and weird and everything you say is an attack. You gotta get away from everyone. Some people, you're so fucking sweet. And somehow they still find a way to misunderstand you. Like, how did you flip? How did you not? They dumb. People be dumb. There are baby geniuses. And then, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. So, now that we know we're fucking babies up in this bitch, you get to treat your baby more softer. You get to treat kids more softer. You are a kid. Like, life teaches us and sculpts us and molds us. So we are the authority. But even in that, we are the babies. So it's not hard to misunderstand. It's like the misunderstanding when babies be acting that way, or y'all, like, you're forgetting your own nature. Of course, within, teach, but also, without being cliche, reach from the inner child to your babies, to other kids. High fives for everyone in this bitch. We all winning. I know like kids, like they're so playful and cute that if like you have a really strong hate for them, you acted too mature in this bitch. You're acting way too whoever the fuck you think you are, bigger than the program in this bitch. Right? Anyways, I love y'all. Put oils on your skin because you are that baby and you still need that baby oil. Whatever oil. You're still a fucking baby. You need your bottle now in the form of a cup. You have wants and needs. And what's most important about kids, and this is why God really wants you to tap into your kid self, is because if a kid wants a toy, even unfortunately, if it's in your fucking hands, we're taking it. Not like that though. That sounds too aggressive, too thief-like, too weird, right? Some people really will see your man and take him. See your money, see your great life and try and diminish it, right? But this isn't not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the good kind of take it. This is when you see the Joker has the fucking mirror and has your seat, and you know for a fact you want that seat again. That's where you go and fucking take it. Joker, the joke's on you. That's what I'm talking about. You've held that mirror in my motherfucking face way too long, bitch. It's time to fucking snatch that shit. You played with the wrong one. And that's why a lot of y'all, that's what God really wants you to realize. And when you read the Bible, you realize, dang, God wasn't nothing to play with. And then you realize, I'm nothing to play with. So you stop putting yourself in the victim scenario. There's been times where actually I've verbally like had a disagreement with someone and they thought I was attacking them because whatever. And then because like my stance is so strong, because who are you playing with? I hold the mirror, my king position. I'm sitting on my throne. There have been countless of peasants to stand up against me. And I'm like, where the fuck is your backbone? I have not attacked anyone physically. We're verbally doing a thing. And y'all, I'm really good with words. And so if you fight with me, if you verbally want to fight with me, go ahead, do it, right? But just know I'm very sharp and keen with what I say. If I have nothing for you, I'm not mad at you, there's nothing, God help you, and I'm on my way. But if me and you got history and you choose it with me, anyways, it's time to take your position. Stand your fucking position. This is no longer time for idolization. We ain't getting information for nobody. Beyonce. This is the time where we take our singular position and sit in our fucking throne. Anyone who is holding a fucking mirror trying to show us our imperfections, we're taking the fucking mirror, we're taking our shit, and we're going out here and showing y'all a little something more too. And we're not gonna be like the rabbit who got distracted because we're not letting you turtle ass, slow ass bitches win. The time for you turtle ass hoes is over. You're too fucking slow. If any of y'all identify with that story, it's because spiritually God has to slow us down. And so it might feel like we identify with the turtle, right? But once you get past that correction that God had to give you about people, and you get past that correction, you get into that process and order, it's time to switch modes in this bitch. Y'all know that? It's time to be the storyteller. That's not how the story went. Well, that's how the story fucking goes. And guess who fucking wins? Because I said so. Because I'm no longer distracted. So yeah, they're going to be easy. Like, and getting with God, and to end this message, it does get easy. Because it is simple. That person, does it align? Does it align? Too many people try to make it align. We don't make shit align. We don't do that. That's how we get tripped up as divine ones. This person says they don't believe in God. This person's on that. That's where they get cut. That's how simple and easy God is. You eliminated the distraction. And the confession came out of their own fucking mouth. A lot of the confessions that these people do will come out the first week from their fucking mouth. Eliminate the distraction. As soon as someone comes in and sees you doing good and now all of a sudden they got a problem, eliminate the distraction. As soon as someone sees you doing good in this bitch, but they got to remind you of your past self, eliminate the distraction. As soon as someone even shows that they have a disinterest, a denial in your plan, this is no time for fun and games. This is actually very serious. So a lot of people might look at my videos, and I hope y'all don't. I hope y'all have discernment up in the bit and think it doesn't, actually, it don't matter. If you don't know that I'm trying to get y'all past a certain process so we can get to a certain level in this bit, you're lost. And it's time to keep up. At this point, if you are slow, it's exactly what the fuck it is. Slow. God, and that's why I tell y'all, when I told God to show himself and instantly show me you can move in my life instantly, I know actually whatever timeline I was working with, it can happen now. I can have that body today. I can have that bank account today. I can have that car today. I can have that a place today. I can have it. I know you, God, and how I believe in you. I know you're so able. It can happen today. And won't he do it? If you have a timeline, if you push it off, like the 3D person pushes it off, you're not dating till you get that body and you still eating crazy, still not achieving the body. It's because you're not realizing, oh gosh, anyways. Work is there regardless if you acknowledge it or not. So what I'm gonna leave y'all with is there's a lot of 3D people who've dated really bad people and have yet to get with God. I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but I got a new tidbit. They will say, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like they'll date a player. Say this player wears a hat and wears chains, right? And they're deeply attracted to this type of player. They don't even know this is like this is actually an aesthetic to players, right? A certain aesthetic and a certain vibration, right? That they're just attracted to. And a lot of people will get played so bad, done so bad, that they'll be like, I'm taking a break. As if the break fucking means anything. As if you learn anything in the break other than get with God and realize that the break actually was like a lot of people, what I'm trying to say is a lot of 3D people will use a break as if anything happened. If you're attracted to them, you're attracted to them. So what that means is you dated a fucking dude who fucked you over. You're still attracted to that type of dude. You're not gonna work on your attraction to that type of dude. I don't care if you waited a fucking year, 5 years, 10 years. If you're still if your attraction stays the same, that hurt is still waiting for you 10 years fucking later. You spent a whole decade single and still attracted to the same the same type of person. And that's why shit don't be making sense when I be hearing people talk. Like if you genuinely want to be single because you really want to work on yourself and take a break that was too crazy, that's fine. But also in that, get with God and realize it was your type and you attracted to that type. So that when you do date again, when you do decide to go on a date, you know that it's beneficial to self, to your relationship with God. It only facilitates that growth because you chose right? So there's a lot of girls taking a break from dating, still attracted to the same type, and that hurt remains. If you don't work on the type you're attracted to, let's get a clue. I don't care if you waited 100 years. If you don't work on your relationship with God and work on what you're attracted to and genuinely attracted to, that hurt's waiting for you 200 years down the fucking line. It don't go nowhere. Your attraction to that type didn't go nowhere. Y'all thinking if you take a break, maybe they'll change. They'll see that a bad bitch is off the fucking market. They'll get a clue when it's you. And it's on your fucking forehead. Y'all, there's this verse in the Bible. It said I'm gonna paraphrase it, but I was listening to it when I was listening to it when I was just waking up, and it said she even has a forehead like a hoe. And I was like, did the Bible just say that? She has a forehead like a hoe? I had to Google it because I was sleeping while I was hearing it. She even got a forehead like a hoe. And I was like, what does that mean? And she's brazen in her choices. She's brazen in who she is in her hodom, right? So God is trying to show y'all with your brazen choices, you're just out here, that it's starting to show. He wants to grow with you. He wants your choices to be better. And he wants your men to be better, but only in better. And it needs first in better. It needs to be you. So, like I said, and we're tying this up, and I gotta go. He'll leave you broke. He'll literally, it'll seem like you just having a whole bunch of strikes during your brokenness. Like, what is going on? Don't you see I'm down? Yeah, you need to deal with all that, because when you're risen up, certain people can't go because they was a hater. Certain people can't go because they wasn't shooting in the gym with you. So, and then your choices and who you thought you were can't go either. You can't put old wineskin in new. It completely ruins the whole bag of wine. The whole fresh bag of wine, which is your life if you let it. So we got to go out here, step on freaking necks. I don't care who's seeing, who's watching. Why do you care? These are the losers who are afraid to speak up about much anyways. I'm telling you, you're around more 3D muggles than you are divines. Bet that. So when you go out here and you want to record yourself, you want to do a thing, you got to talk to people, you got to be your awesome self, you're going to have people, and let me finish with this actually, you're going to have people out here who want you to care what they think. Let me preach. You're going to have people who want you to give so much of a fuck about what they think that if they see someone dancing in the street, singing in the street, they must be on crack. That's how much they want you to give a fuck, that they have already placed in their mind, you must be on crack, because we are somebody to fucking please. And who are you to be yourself, to be dancing? You should care what I think. You should care that I think you're on crack. You should think I think you're mental. You should. When these are the losers who, if you're not on crack, just living your grand life dancing before God, because this is your one life you will remember. If you instantly are assuming I'm on crack, doing crazy, doing a thing because I'm living boisterous and amazing to me, why the fuck would I care what you think? Are you on crack? So that's what I want to leave you with. Too many people really be out here and they want you to care. That's why they state their opinions on your comments. That's why there is comments, because they want you to give a fuck what little old nothing has to say. What user 2.410 gotta say. Fucking worries. So don't go out here giving a fuck. Because if you were to dance and shout for fucking joy, they would have to give you a fucking a drug test. If you were to out here be preaching about something a little bit more grander, greater, especially at a job. That's why I guess God told me there's a time and place for everything, because these people want you to care what they think. They're giving you a drug test. You must be on. People's brains is fucking twisted. So please, if they must think you're on crack, if they must think what they want to think, they're gonna have to think what they want to think. Like Kim Kardashian, and I might post this on my Instagram, she said, you think what you think, you know? And I fucked with that so heavy. Like, when you live, and then, like, when I live as Acacia, as I'm living, and I see what God does for me, and then, of course, people have their opinions, I have to take the stance of Kim Kardashian and be like, you think what you think, you know? You think what you fucking think, and think what you want to think. Because I gotta live glorious in my beautiful fucking nature. And so do you. So that's why you can't idolize people, because then if opinions come from the people you no longer idolize, it's like it goes in one ear and out the fucking other. Leave that shit at someone else's fucking doorstep. Who gave a fuck? Who gives a fuck? You're mistaking me. Something must be on me. You're mistaking me for giving a fuck, for caring. And sorry guys, look up your Lilith sign. And I looked up my Lilith sign, and don't be deterred by the word Lilith. People, like, I don't know, they've made it really, people are really weird. Anyways, look up your Lilith sign. I looked at my Lilith sign, and it basically said that people, like, if I don't work on my voice, people will misunderstand my message. If I don't hone in on what's going on here, I will be like, basically how I read it in my mind is, I will be like Moses in Egypt, killing that fucking security guard who was trying to strike a slave. So if I don't work on my message and I just go out here shoving security guards down, killing them to save the people will look at me and be like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Right? And I'm only here, like Moses, here to set your minds free. I'm here, I'm realizing what the fuck's going on, right? And so my tone must be worked on so people understand, like, not understand, but so that it gets delivered properly. And so from me to you, I'm working on that. Like, if you guys want to know about me, my Lilith is Aquarius. Yes. You also want to understand me, you can look up Aquarius and Lilith and understand that I don't mean any harm. You know, I'm just seeing issues, and it just strikes a passion in me, right? But anyways, look up your Lilith sign, because it, like mine, it kind of gave me a reason why I might not be so easily understood. I don't know what your Lilith sign will reveal about you, but it helps me. I was up there reading everything. I was like, wow, this makes complete freaking sense. Okay, like, so if I'm meant to be ostracized, if I'm meant to be just like not alone, but alone, that is so fine, because I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. So I read that and I was like, you know what? Heavy on the, if I gotta stand alone and look at the crowd and say you are wrong, I gotta do it. And I'm happy to. Because I'm seeing the mindsets and what's going on. And it's not like I can't get with it, but I do not want to get with it. I don't want to. Some people want to learn what they know and want to go back. I want to keep going forward. I need to know what knowledge and how my brain, I need to know what all of this is about. And you guys are going on this journey with me. And I think it's about to get real freaking exciting. From me to you, I know you're just here with me in my, we talking back and forth in my room. Back and forth. And so it seems pretty regular. But between me to you, from me to you, this is about to get really interesting. And if you following, watching, and listening, watch how this goes in your life. Like, my videos are the overflow in my life. This isn't my everything, right? These YouTube videos are the overflow. I feel so great in my life. Here is the overflow. I feel so good in my mental. Here, y'all, is the overflow. I don't want y'all to be fooled and tricked. I don't want y'all to be bamboozled, because weirdos is out here. I want you to listen to your intuition. I want you to connect with God. Because if you picked up any mental, spiritual book, I swear for God, 99.9 is going to mention God first, because they know, like I know, you're getting nowhere fast. And then bringing it back to the original story of the rabbit fast. Okay, so I love you guys. Go out here, be glorious. Give me something give these hoes something to talk about. You worried about them talking, you ain't give them enough stories. You're worried about the wrong They want you to care what they think. They want you to care about the slander. They want you to care about the gossip. They want you to care that you're not included. But once you realize that you're part of the smart house, you're part of the smart house with God, you do not care to be invited, because then you realize, in a secret between you and God, they're not invited. You're in the smart house with God, you will realize they are not invited. It gets real awesome and sweet in this bit. God will take your dust and return it with gold. He will. He knows you. And he loves you. And I love you too. And I hope you guys go out here and stun on these hoes, because they pitiful anyways. Yes, they are. They don't follow the right stuff. What do I care if you, and what does God care if you go and take it? Like that kid, what does he care if you go and take your shit when it is, and when it is rightfully yours? What does he care? What do I care? Go stun on them. I want you to go and get that. It's yours. Take that mirror and start showing bitches who the fuck they are. And the only way you can do that is dressing in that king raiment. What is that king raiment? Wearing that dress, wearing your jewelry, doing your hair, showing the fuck up. Because when you show up, then you take the mirror back and you show them that they're just in a fucking Joker costume. How are you serious? Have you lost your mind? Do you see what you're fucking wearing? Do you see your mentality? Have you lost your mind? To even think you could hold a fucking mirror to me is insane. The audacity, bitch, and the devil tries it every time. You're audacious. You tried it in heaven, you're gonna try it here. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show up in that full glory, bitch. I'm gonna show you you're in a fucking Joker costume. Guys, oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna end this, and I keep saying I'm gonna end it, but anyways, did you guys know Jennifer Tilly had a twin? I'm gonna post pictures, because I had seen Jennifer Tilly's twin, which is Meg Tilly, in this movie, and I was like, that looks just like Jennifer Tilly, but I know it's not because her eyes are wider and softer, right? I didn't know she had a twin. That racked my brain a little bit. I was like, and no one was gonna tell me this girl was a twin. No one. And she's so fucking beautiful. Like, look at her. That's why I have to post pictures. Look at her. She is so beautiful. Anyways, I love you guys. Peace.